How you folks doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on December 11th, 2020. News, luxury merchant, and global merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. So first up in the news. Well, during the Gaming Awards, we got our first global reveal of the next chapter for Elder Scrolls Online, which is going to be the Gates of Oblivion. You're going to get a full release of that with the new global event on January 21st, 2021. Not 2020 like it had at the end of that trailer there. I'll put the link down below, but it looks like Mehrunes Dagon is coming back, and if it's my guess where it's going to be set, it's probably going to be Cyrodiil. It's either going to be Western or Southern Cyrodiil. My primary bet is probably on Southern Cyrodiil, near Black Marsh. Also, the Undaunted event is still going on. It's going to go on now until December 15th at 10 a.m. Go ahead and participate in a dungeon at the very last dungeon boss. You're going to be getting event tickets and a gold coffer every day that you participate in the event. Now, the reset timer is at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if you want to get it one last ticket before the 10 a.m. deadline on December 15th, make sure to get a dungeon in either that night or that morning. And finally, new Akaviri Potentate crates are available now. You can take a look at those on the Crown Store anytime you want. Now, let's take a look at the Luxury Merchant and the Golden Merchant for this week. So, first up is a bunch of hunting stuff that you can use for mounts in your house, including an alligator. That looks pretty interesting. And on the Golden Merchant side, Necklace of Unfathomable Darkness. Interesting set, and I actually want to get this for a stork. What it basically does is it calls a murder of crows around you for 12 seconds. Every 3 seconds, the crows are going to go out and peck somebody within 12 meters of you. And it deals 8,307 physical damage, and the effect can occur once every 15 seconds. So it has a pretty good uptime. It does have a low recast time for it, but this coupled with something like, say, Hurricane, is very interesting to see folks use this in PvP. And it gets a bit of burst damage as well. Also for under 50k, Trinamax Valor. When you cast a damage shield, you call down a fragment Trinamax that heals you and your group members for 4,000 health and damages enemy for 6,000 magic damage for 5 meter radius for 2 second delay. It can occur once every 5 seconds. I'd probably say skip this one. It's not a great heal. It's not a great damage, but the worst part about this is the 5 meter radius. It's a very small radius to use this. If it was a bit larger on the radius, it might be a little bit more apt for PvP, but 5 meters, you're gonna have to really be on top of people to have that go off. For 250k, you can get Calrone's Legacy Necklace, which at 5 pieces gives you, when you deal critical damage on a single target effect, you launch fire, ice, shock, or disease balls at your target that deals 17k damage and applies a status effect. Can occur once every 10 seconds. It's interesting for this. The weird thing to me on this is the disease ball, which is more physical damage and would take on physical penetration, which kind of makes me recommend not to get this, to be honest. If you want this one, you can also get it from Fanglair, but I would probably just go ahead and run that dungeon to get this set if you're really looking for it. And finally, for 250k, Defiled Dragon. When you take damage from a melee attack, you gain a corrupting aura for 5 seconds. Applies minor breach to all enemies near you, reducing their physical and spell resistance by 2,974. The effect can occur once every 5 seconds. It's sort of like, I would say sort of like Fasad's Guile, basically debuffing your enemies, making it easier to kill them, along with other things. You can get minor breach from other sources, but this is actually fairly reliable in certain ways here. In addition to that, this has a stamina, health, and health bonus to it, so it's not like you don't lose anything for the 5-piece bonus. So maybe you actually do want to pick this up. If you don't want to do that, this comes out of, I think, Depths of Malatar. No, not Depths of Malatar. That one comes out of the Hersing one there with the Hunt. Now for 100K, Mighty Chuden's Mask is on sale. If you don't want to run Ruins of Mazatun, this is the time to get it. I know folks out there with PvP do use this once in a while, simply so they don't have to slot a major resolve. So if you want it, go ahead and grab it. And then finally, Celtrix's Mask. I don't use this one, but I see other people use this in PvP and PvE at times. If you want to grab it now while it's on sale, you can, but it's a pretty easy dungeon to run, so if you just want to go ahead and run the dungeon, it's probably a little bit easier and cheaper. Anyway, I'm Hero of None. That's your Mundus Minute. See you all in Tamriel.